Is Jokers Us Gaming proud to present to you some Blue Jays baseball right here on YouTube for MLB The Show 24. I'm your host, the one true Joker. Today, we're once again in Toronto as the Blue Jays will have another series at home. This time, it will be against the Oakland Athletics. As you see on the screen, there are your starting pitchers with John and Chris. We'll talk more about them. Well, I will add my insight as the game progresses. Jays will wear their City Connection jerseys today at the Rogers Center. Roof will be closed, but it is clear skies out there. There is I choose to skip. So there is today's lineup for this matchup between Oakland and the Jays. We now will take you to the boys at the stadium in the Rogers Center to John and Chris. Boys, the floor is yours.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. It's Major League Baseball on a Friday night. It's the Oakland Athletics and the Toronto Blue Jays. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shump. And singing a big bat in the lineup so far this year, Danny Jansen. He, of course, leads their team in home runs.
Yeah, well, he's been such a force at the plate, and it seems like every time he connects, the ball is traveling out of the ballpark. So when you have such a threat like that, other guys in the lineup should get good pitches to hit because they're trying to get those outs instead of having to face him in a big situation.
Well, John, Chris, tell us about today's pitcher. First, Toronto.
Today's starting pitcher, Shohei Ohtani. And singing, that may be his name, but the strikeout is his game.
Yep.
I can tell you've been working on that one, but yes, you are right. This guy strike out for 9, over 11. I mean, that's just getting it done. There are a lot of strikeouts in that other lineup, and when you look at what he's able to do, man, it's going to be a fun one to watch today.
Swing and a pop-up.
Yep.
Should have this one.
It is noted that Shohei might not pitch his normal outing as he did play in yesterday's game.
And so far this year, this has not been a very good offense.
Well, in this day and age, if you can't slug and get on base, that OPS has to be at a certain level. If you're going to produce runs, give your pitchers an opportunity as they're facing tough offenses as well.
And there's a foul ball.
Well, Oakland is facing a tough pitcher in Shohei Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani is 13-6 this season with an ERA of 4.72.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
His last outing was a loss.
Especially in terms of movement. When that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put one on.
Brent Rooker, the next to hit, takes ball 1. He's gone from in there for a strike. And now it's even 1-1. 2 outs, base is empty.
Brent Rooker was 4-11 in his last 3 games, hoping to do better in this series against Toronto.
Still 1-2 count.
Shohei Ohtani gets his second strikeout of the game.
No score after a half inning.
Top of the order to start things off, but first, Oakland's pitcher.
Number 38, and Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, you know,
Not with that record.
say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having the feel
This is an offense that puts the bat on the ball. Tough out-turning looks throughout the lineup. And they have used it. Here's a swing and a drop.
And the 4-11, J.P. Sears doesn't start things out well for Oakland. His ERA definitely went up from 4.88 with that home run by Vlad Guerrero Jr. to start things off for Toronto's offense. He does make it there in time. Just like first, they check him back. One remaining. David Snyder comes through. No! 4.5 feet away from the pole for that to be a home run to give the Jays a 3-0 lead, but fails to do so. And because of that wild pitch, Lindor is 90 feet away. That deep hit by Snyder should be deep enough for Lindor. He tags and will score. J.P. Sears' costly wild pitch comes back to haunt him as Lindor will score off of that sacrifice hit by David Snyder. Jays now have a 2-0 lead here at the opening of the game. J.P. Sears will hope that his Oakland Athletics can come back. But first, he has to go through Danny Jansen here to finish the inning out. Jansen hits it. It goes off the wall. Jansen takes a chance. Close play. Jansen's there. Only his 12th double of the year. As you see there, it goes right off the wall. Jansen was thinking second all the way. Slides in. And like I said, gets his 12th double. Bryce has done well since coming to Toronto. 5 to 6 home runs this season. Jansen will take a chance. But he is safe. He dropped the ball. Oh, my. And Bryce Harper comes through with that hit in no man's land as the left field throws it home, but the catcher drops it at the plate to have Jansen score. They do get the out to end the inning, but not without giving up 3 runs. The 4-11 JP Sears not having a good start so far. That was a deep hit by Shane Langlers, but not deep enough.
The Blue Jays leading by 3 here at the top of the second. Bounce to the left side, and it goes just foul.
Showing Tommy imagines will be pitching up to about 5 or 6 innings today, being he played. Eight, 9, and 1 to start things off in the bottom of the second. Jays have a 3-0 lead as of right now. That was a good hit, but it was right at the right fielder. So it was an easy out for Oakland. That will drop, and the dangerous speeder himself, Kevin Kiermaier, is on the base. Oh, they end up catching Kiermaier. Sears just right.
Looking to steal right away and wasn't ready to get back to first. Nice pickoff move by the pitcher.
And with that, it had to be a good inning for Oakland defensively, as the Jays did not get any runs. Does it himself. That well dropped, and he gets another hit. He's singled and home run so far, and the fans let it hear it. And Francis Lindor, who struggles against righties this season, has gone 2 for 2. And that one being a jack of a home run for a 2-shot homer.
Yeah, you can say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact.
And now the Jays have a commanding 5-0 lead here in the bottom of the third.
Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn the ball inside fastball. So quick to the pitch. Absolutely blasted for this one.
371 feet for Francis Lindor. Davis Snyder, fortunately, is out.
And there's one down. Danny Jansen to hit here. Doubled in his first AB. That one foul off.
And you know you got to be careful with Jansen. Jansen has 41 or 42 home runs this season. He homered a couple of times in the series against Baltimore on previous episodes of MLB The Show's Blue Jays Baseball, right here on Joker's Gaming, Joker's RS Gaming. Sears is in a deep hole here.
Bounce to third. Oh, the throw is over his head.
And because of that throw, Jansen will make it a double on that double air, you could say. Over the first baseman. First baseman would recover, but throws offline at second. So Jansen easily makes it for a double.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot.
Not surprised here.
And we'll be back with their first arm out of the pen after a quick break.
And Sears now possibly facing his 12th loss of the season. Unless Oakland can come back here. Wolochuk with a 6.17 ERA. This is his 5th game of the season. Bryce Harper. Can't get him to chase. Bryce Harper hits it right to the left fielder, who quickly gets it to third, keeping the runner at second. 2 outs now.
So up next for Toronto, Whit Merrifield. 0-1 so far. And that one is
That's hit. Right fielder gives chase and gets it in time. And no more damage by Toronto.
And the lead is now 5-0. Major League Baseball is on the show. On the fourth, digging in, number 12, Otani back to work. And a strike.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at it for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
Going shootout. Fights it off, you'll see another.
With the pitch count, Otani could easily make it to the 6th inning, maybe even the 7th.
Just off the inside edge.
That one called just inside, I think, and on the mound, he's trying to get a little bit of an explanation.
Gets the call.
Seemed to be too bothered by it, but he clearly thought he could.
And Oakland's batter disagrees.
He didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. You know, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
Davidson, batting with 1 down, takes a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average. That's what's allowed him to pitch well up to this point.
Varsho makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. 2 outs, base is empty. And now the right fielder, Brent Rooker. Strike 1.
Brent Rooker faces an 0-2 count with 2 outs here. Top of the 4th.
Down, nobody on. And a foul ball, he stays alive. The A's hitless so far in the game. Oh, mark there. 1-2 to count.
This is what Oakland wants, to get those pitches up.
It's a strikeout. A's go quickly and quietly there. It's 5-0.
No offense yet again from the Oakland Athletics. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Jays up 5-0. Ken once again pitching.
Here's Kevin Kiermaier. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
Kevin came in as a defensive replacement in the last game.
Offering is fouled off. 1 down, base is empty.
That will drop, and the most dangerous man who got caught stealing last time is on the bag.
So the lineup flips over. Now it's the right fielder, George Springer.
Springer hits it deep. And that baby's gone!
His 29th of the season. They have a couple more. It's 7-0.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter.
George Springer comes through.
Those home runs where you really don't know if he got it up or off bat. Pretty good swing on it clearly, but I would say he really got the sweet spot on the bat. The exit velo wasn't anything too impressive, but it had all it needed for him to circle the pillows.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
Vlad doing good so far, 2 for 2. And that will drop.
Just a total nightmare for lefties. I'd be very surprised to see that matchup again. Anytime you can drop a guy,
That might be it for Ken. That was the 12th shutout for Vlad Guerrero.
He's already homered in this game.
Andor goes off the field. Had the distance, but foul. I imagine if Francis Lindor does get a hit, that will be it for Ken Roethlisberger.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
They do get the strikeout.
Is hit it. 3-pitch strikeout. All fastballs. Man, he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch right now.
Davis Snyder now up.
First offering is fouled off.
That had the distance, but luckily sails foul.
Man on second, 2 down. And that one fouled off.
Ken trying to get out of this inning with only 2 home runs against him. with a 2-shot homer against him.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Throws a high one. Davis acknowledges it, but luckily fouls it off.
Checks the runner. He's making it easily.
Vlad took a big lead there.
Man at second. Fights that one away. The count remains 0-2.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy is his bat stays in his zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off the pitches.
That one away inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Don't know about that. Kind of questioned that one. And the pitcher will get the final out to end the inning.
It's a beautiful Springer dinger here. It's now 7-0.
As we once again look at the 2-shot homer by George Springer, making his 29th of the year, giving the Jays a 7-0 lead going into the 5th.
And leading it off, Shea Langoliers. And a pitch. Right over there for a strike.
You know, these A's, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. We're in the back half of the game, and they're still searching for a base runner. He's been great out there on the mound, no doubt. But it's also been a disappointing performance at the plate to this point.
So far, no hits by Oakland.
There's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the base.
Shomi Itani and the Jays have been shutting them down. The story of the day is Shomi Itani did play in the previous game, so he needs the pitch count to stay low to possibly get you know what. And right now, he is going strong here in the 5th. Only 6 of them have been balls. Everything else has been strikes or fouled off. Shomi Itani strong for 5 innings now. Dane Jensen cracks another one over the wall.
He sends a rocket to left. It's 8-0. Chris has homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and that sound coming off the bat gets everyone's attention. Pitch the drive, short to the baseball, squared it up. It's been very good.
Bryce Harper due up. Don't know if we'll still see Ken on the mound. Nope.
Well, he's been a bit of a wild card out there in terms of throwing strikes. He's definitely struggled with free passes this year.
Now here is Harper.
Harper will fortunately pop up, and Oakland will get an out. Ken leaves the game, giving up 2 home runs, 3 runs. Kyle Miller trying to keep this score where it's at to maybe have a miracle comeback by the Oakland Athletics. They are right now facing a determined Shomi Itani, who's pitched 5 great innings. Kyle Moore doing his job. He's gotten the first 2 guys since coming in.
You don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
Line drive.
That will drop in the glove. And that ends the inning.
It's now an 8-0 game. Back after this on the show.
We go to the top of the 6th to see how Shohei Ohtani and the Blue Jays defense does against this offense right now, who has not done anything.
Back now in Toronto.
So Oakland Athletics, J.D. Davis.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers.
Knows
Keeping the mindset
him and the fellow teammates of Oakland has to try to get through here. His only Shohei Ohtani's 50th pitch. And he gets a strikeout, his 10th strikeout.
pitchers are looking at how to strike out for any, and that's excellent work. Which now he's going to have a better rate than that in this one. So really good stuff for Gunnar on this one.
On the ground.
Almost fail.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low.
And there's the first hit by Oakland.
Like that, the perfect game is gone. Runner on at first with 1 gone. Next to hit, Abraham TOR. Swing and a miss as he was late.
That's probably a blessing for Toronto because they didn't really want to keep Shohei Ohtani in too long.
Hitting over 300 in his last 10 games. Here's the 0-2.
But right now the pitch count is in his favor. He has thrown less than 60 pitches, and he gets his 11th strikeout.
Looks like it's a fastball off the curve the entire way until just that very last second. And that cutting action takes over and brings it back to Clifton from outside corner. Just got to tip the cap sometimes. Just a nasty pitch.
And Shohei Ohtani gets his 12th strikeout.
Quick game couldn't survive. It's the Blue Jays 8 and the A's 0. Bottom of the 6th, and here is Kevin Kiermaier.
Matt Bonds and Eric Swanson warming up.
And first offering is fouled off.
Well, these Jays,
Don't know if Shohei Ohtani will come back in the 7th.
everything seems to be clicking. And 6 extra base hits in the game kind of tells you everything you need to know. They're not getting fooled up there at all.
Balls it in, and there's 1-1. And the batter is George Springer.
As good as he's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand, you cannot hang a breaking ball right there. Lucky it stayed in the ballpark.
Foul back our way, and that's out of play.
Yes, Chris. One of the number one teams, the number one team in baseball with home runs, keeping it them away from the home run department is huge.
Makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but it's so hard to get on top of them. And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give it the cycle.
And first offering is fouled off.
Don't know if Vlad would risk trying to go for 3. With the score, he probably would.
He swings and hits a fly ball center field.
But a hit like that won't do it.
Guerrero is set down. And that is back here at Rogers Center. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Logan Davidson. Over there for his strike.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in at-bats. He's throwing strikes and balls to over 70% of the guys he's faced in this one.
And a base hit. So we're to start the inning. Now, Brent Rooker. So for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Ball in there for a strike.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard with that leadoff hit. this is where they need to get going.
Line to left. Varsho takes the play.
There's one out. 2 more to go to complete the 7th.
He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it, but in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at bat.
And the pitch. One finds the zone, and it's 0-2.
And he chases one out, giving it number 13 for Showman time.
Chase it. That's a tough one to lay off because it starts close to you and just continues to run away from you in that batter's box. So it's a really nice pitch with 2 strikes.
Showman Tommy just passing 70 pitches.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
Well, this looks like it's going to be a wasted opportunity. It's frustrating when you get the lead.
And he does. Francis Lindor, who's been struggling against righties this season, has gone 2 for 3 today. One of them being a home run.
Very dominant with that fastball inside. Hitter's going to be conscious of that. Now you have the outer half of the plate to work with.
Sizing this one up. And there's one down. And now the Toronto cleanup hitter.
Davis Snyder now up. He's 0-2.
Out to center.
Hits it deep, but caught.
2 away now. 2 outs, bases empty. And next for Toronto, Danny Jansen.
Jansen, homer earlier, especially actually his last play appearance was a homer.
The Jays up big in this one. Near the bottom of the 7th.
Kyle Miller, Smaller, I should say, the 3rd pitcher for Oakland, trying to keep this where it's at for maybe a miracle comeback from Oakland. But they only got a couple of innings left to do so.
On the ground to the left.
Jansen just misses that to be a fair ball.
Outside low. And the count is 1-2. Pitch of the at-bat coming up.
Nine pitches, 1-2 count, 2 out, 8-0 Blue Jays. Here in the bottom of the 7th over Oakland. 2-2 count now. It's a full count situation. One of the few times the Jays do this. That's hit down the line! And it's a fair ball!
When you see that many pitches in at bat, your chances of succeeding go up. And right there, we see the result.
Here's Bryce Harper. Bryce is out. So we go to the 8th with an 8-0 lead for the Blue Jays.
It's the Blue Jays 8 and the A's nothing. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Eric Swanson.
He's doing very well overall this season. It's been really tough to get to. You see that ERA, that's where you love it.
Now the box comes up empty with a swing there. Smoked on the ground a second. Fires over to Guerrero. First out in the top of the 8th. J.D. Davis now at the plate. Through there for a strike.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
0-2 to Davis. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The 0-2. Hard ground ball, big stop. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Here's Miguel Andujar. This one high in the air to left center. Varsho moving under it. Varsho makes the play. Here's Oakland's DH, Abraham TOR. That's a base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 low now with 2 away. So the Oakland lineup turns over. Now here's the leadoff hitter for the A's. Late on that pass. That's in there. That is strike 2. Righty delivers. Gets a piece and stays alive. The A's with a lot of ground to make up for the top of the 8th. A's strand a couple, and they're on the short end with 8-0 score.
Bomb of the 8th. Can Blue Jays add many more runs?
Bottom of the 8th, now for the Jays, Whit Merrifield. The lefty gets to work. Now a screamer into the outfield.
And Whip finishes his day, if this score stands, 0-4.
So next for Toronto, Dalton Varsho. So they're making a move for a battle on the bench. Jose Ramirez.
Don't want to have a lefty versus lefty, so they elect the switch hitter,
Here out to left.
who flies out.
Pulls it in, 2 away.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay close.
2 outs, bases empty. And next for Toronto, Kevin Kiermaier. So now pitch hitter for the Blue Jays. Bobashit trying to get something going with 2 away. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of this one. Gets him to chase after that one. The line of the pitch. Now a high fly ball out to left center. And Bichette is puts out. That is the inning. So remaining in the game defensively, Jose Ramirez will be the new left fielder after entering the game as a pinch hitter. pitch misses for ball one.
Tim Mesa and Chad Green warming up.
Flips the corner. Right-hander kick steals. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. The Blue Jays up big in this one here at the top of the ninth. That misses, and it's 2-2. Well struck left field. That one's carrying. Hits the fence. Lead runner makes the turn at second. Throw comes in. Runner stops. Second and third. Nobody out.
Back-to-back base hits. Anytime you smoke the ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
Fly ball down the line. Springer there makes the catch. Runner takes it second.
But they don't take a chance. They could have easily scored there.
He's 2 outs away. Zach Gallo. Up next for the A's. There's a strike.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead of the count. He's going to continue to finish off this hitter.
This one in the air. Guerrero under it. And it's caught there.
Hanging, breaking ball there. I think they tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those guys can get really big. I think his swing broke out as well. That's what caused him to pump out.
Tim Mesa will come in.
He comes on for the 35th time this year.
He has an ERA of 3.68. He will have a lefty versus lefty matchup. So his job is trying to prevent Oakland from scoring any runs so the Jays could shut them down here in Toronto. Eric Swanson, under the circumstances, even though he has a couple men in scoring position, which would go against him, did a good job coming in for relief. But the man of the hour had to be Shohei Ohtani, who came in this game after playing the previous game and pitched 6 solid innings.
Now at the plate as he swings for a strikeout. Sliced hard but foul.
Oakland is down to their final strike here.
The Athletics down to their final strike. Stays alive.
That's hit high,
Springer on the
deep, but caught at the warning track. And they prevent Oakland from scoring any runs to win this one 8-0.
8-0 is how this one ends. Chris Singleton and our entire crew. I'm John Shelby saying so long.
Shohei Ohtani will improve his record to a 14-6 record, while JP Sears falls to a 4-12 record. There are some of the highlights from today's game between the Blue Jays and Oakland, where the Jays hammered down Oakland big time with an 8-0 win. We now talk about today's notable players with the stats. First from Oakland, you had Miguel Andrade going 1-3. He got struck out. Abraham TOR, he was 1-3 with a strikeout today. Brandon Rourke gets 1 hit out of 4, being a double, while Logan Davis was 2 for 4 with a strikeout today. Nova's for the Jays, though, a little bit better than Oakland. Actually, a lot better than Oakland. George Springer goes 1-4, getting home run number 30 with 2 RBIs to boot. Francis Lindor was suggested not to be in this game, being how his average is 184 against righties. Actually did decent, going 2 for 4 with a home run and a couple RBIs to his name, scoring himself a couple times. Danny Jansen, the number 1 catcher for the Blue Jays, had a phenomenal day, going 3 for 4 with a home run and a double with an RBI. And then Vlad Guerrero, Blue Jays captain himself, goes 3 for 4 with a double and an RBI. Both Vlad and Jansen were a triple away from the cycle, but did not happen. But overall, today's play of the game, like I said, sorry, I was mistaken, 6 innings. It actually is 7. He only allowed 2 hits, got 14 strikeouts, and during that 7 innings, he did not give up any runs. Eric Swanson would come in, go all the way into the 9th, where he didn't give up any runs. He did have 2 guys in scoring position, where Tim Meza would come in, get the final strikeout to win the game in the first game of this 3-game series against the Oakland Athletics with an 8-0 win. Until then, this is the One True Joker, thanking Chris and John for calling most of the action between these 2 clubs. Until next time on Blue Jays Baseball, this has been the One True Joker, thanking you and signing off. See you next time on MLB The Show on YouTube.